Follow along as we build a fitting tribute to the Land Rover Defender. This series is brought to you by LR Centre Limited and Frost Auto Restorers, as well as the help of SIP Industrial Products. Introducing our latest Land Rover t-shirt design, an ultra high quality comfortable cotton Kerry green t-shirt with a hand screen printed Airfix Land Rover sprue design. Check it out at shop.funrover.com. Welcome back to FunRover TV and our tribute build. Things are progressing. We have got all of our galvanised components back from the galvanisers. They have done an absolutely spot on job. I'm really happy with this galv. There's essentially no slag, any areas of imperfections in the galv coating. The bulkhead itself has warped maybe 1 or 2 mil, which is fine. That's absolutely fine. We were able to mount it up, test fit it, and get it into place rather easily, and it just looks awesome. I'm so pleased with it. It was well worth all the time and effort putting into all these welds and repairs, which, to be honest, I've never done before, and I'm pretty happy with how they've come out. They're going to be hidden away anyway, but just for my own kind of personal satisfaction, I know that they've been done and everything's sorted out. So in theory now, this bulkhead will last 30 plus years, maybe 50, 60 years if we really do look after it. To kick us off this week, I started stripping remaining brackets and body parts, odds and ends really, ready for painting and galvanising. I'm using Paramorse, as Nitromorse is no longer as good as it used to be apparently. This was the go-to paint stripper back in the day. After carefully brushing this on, following along with the health and safety recommendations on the tin, the paint and powder coated finishes begin to lift. The rear tailgate I'm stripping to show you the etching process on bare aluminium later on in the series. Next up, we are fitting our galvanised military bumper. These are much stronger than a standard bumper thanks to thicker materials used in the construction and extra reinforcement. It also includes a pin for on-road recovery. The bumper is affixed with these cage nuts and 2 long bolts running through each dumb iron. On our old Land Rover 90, we had a wonky dumb iron on the driver's side, and this made bumper fitting interesting. Because this is a new chassis, alignment should be absolutely spot on, and the bumper can be slipped into place with hardly any force. Then the lubricated bolts are slid through and tightened. This kit also includes some bolt caps to protect the heads and finish off the installation. Land Rover originally fitted galvanised bumpers to their vehicles right up until 1984, giving our 90 a historically accurate appearance. No Land Rover is complete without a tow bar hitch, and we chose a genuine item from Dixon and Bate in Bradford, complete with an adjustable drop plate. Fitting required some slight modifications to the paddock's fuel tank guard that we fitted earlier in the series, mainly 2 slight notches cut at either end as shown here. Those were then rust proofed using some Galvafroid cold zinc paint, and then we were able to loosely bolt up the tow bar frame assembly following the manual piece by piece. Once in place, all fixings need to be correctly torqued to ensure that the tow bar will meet its stated safety rating. The adjustable drop plate kits are extremely versatile. We should be able to quickly adjust our tow coupling height to suit any trailer. We can carry a spare drop plate in the Land Rover with NATO hitches or pintle hitches as well. Whilst we had good access, it was an ideal opportunity to drill this snapped bolt that attaches the rear brake T-piece connected to the axle. The newly drilled hole was rust-proofed and the T-piece secured in place. Yes, that's right, I'm very happy to announce we're working exclusively with Opie Oils to provide the fluids for our build. I've been a long-time customer of Opie, and it's because they are extremely competitive on pricing, first and foremost. The website has a really easy to use oil finder, so if you're unsure of the oil you need for your Land Rover, simply fill out the model year and information, and the website tells you what products you can use in your particular vehicle. Additionally, it's easier than going to the shop because all you have to do, log on online, fill out your information, and your oil will be delivered to you, to your doorstep. Takes all the kind of legwork out of ordering oil. They've provided us with all of the fluids for the build. We have their brake fluid, gearbox and diff oil. We have engine oil and also coolant from them. The great thing about OP is you get a lot of choices, so if you were to go to your local motor manufacturers, they'd probably have 2, maybe 3 companies' oils on offer, whereas from OP you can select from dozens of different oil manufacturers, and also crucially to suit your budget. So you could have higher end stuff from Miller, from Castrol, from Shell, or you can go for the cheaper oils from Comet. Really nice and easy to use website, and as I said, the service is second to none, and I cannot recommend them highly enough. Very happy to be putting their oils in our vehicle. Oil grades and specifications are found in the workshop manual. We also fitted these aftermarket magnetic axle drain plugs from LR Centre Limited. Any swarf or ferrous sediment in the oil will collect here, and diff problems will be immediately apparent upon inspection. To fill the axle casings, you need a 1/2 inch drive socket to undo the filler plug. And there are economically priced pumps that fit onto your oil bottle to transfer the fluid into the diff casing. Once the oil is beginning to drain out of the hole, replace the plug. For the gearbox casing, I'm using an old oil bottle with a hose attached on the end. We're using MTF94. Up front, we're fitting a heavy duty steering guard from Safari Equip. This guard features 2 rated recovery points and a 2-inch hitch receiver in the centre, allowing us to fit an extra recovery point for bridling, a removable winch tray or a tow ball. This item is galvanised for long-lasting corrosion protection and made to exacting standards. This is probably one of the simplest steering guards to fit. The old Manemu steering damper was removed temporarily, as this needs to locate through the side of the guard. The middle bolt on the panhard rod bracket is used as one of the mounting points for the guard. It's so beefy, we could probably flatten a speed bump or a hillock with this thing. Moving on to the rear tub, we'll fit the replacement floor from YRM Metal Solutions. First up, we're drilling through the support ribs from the underside. Did you know that these were one of 2 Series 1 components still used in Defender production, right up until that is last Friday? This was then removed, holes deburred, and a dual action sander was used with a 180 grit pad before etch priming. We heated our booth to 20 degrees and started the extractor fan, making a safer working environment. Once the etch primer had been left overnight, we could fit the floor into place and rivet the panel to the support ribs. To save time, we picked up a Clark Air riveter. Once that's complete, I applied Gravitex stone chipping to the underside of the now cleaned tub. Finally, we've replicated the old style series Mudflaps, which had yellow Land Rover logos on them. We purchased 2 genuine Land Rover mudguards with raised logos, and then using a tyre paint pen, we coloured in the logo, and this should last quite a while and it can be reapplied as needed. We're installing new riv nuts into the chassis for the mudflap fittings. These are M6 riv nuts and they make an excellent secure blind hole fixing. You will lose a spanner if you try and use traditional fixings to put a mudflap on. Next week we're painting the Land Rover and bringing you our DIY painting guide. I hope you enjoyed that episode of FunRover TV and our Defender tribute build. Come back next week where you can see how we've been progressing. You can see our last episode here, and also check us out on funrover.com. We are at FunRover on Twitter and Instagram, and we're also on Facebook.